Hi, I'm Weston. I love talking about the Astros, and I'm here to recap Game 7 of the ALCS. Astros fall to the Rays 4-2. We out-hit them 7-6, and our season is over with. And this one's going to sting for a while. Now, I would be remiss, and I would feel guilty and irresponsible if I didn't say an absolute congratulations to the Tampa Bay Rays. It sucks, and I hate losing, especially in a Game 7. But darn if the Rays aren't just an incredibly built and run organization. I respect the Rays on a very big level. They're in a division that's two of the most consistently great teams of all time in the Red Sox and Yankees. I know the Red Sox had a big drought, but regardless. They also have a good up-and-coming team up in the Blue Jays, and they were able to rise above everybody, and they took the division by a long shot. They were the best team in the American League by a long shot this year. And they did it against pretty darn good opponents. And I really have nothing but respect for the Rays. My only request now is that they win it all. They beat us, and I don't want to lose to the team that came in second. I want to lose to the team that came in first. So if there are Rays fans watching, I wish you the best of luck. Go win it for the AL. And now on to the recap for the Astros. McCullers got the start, and he was good? Was he bad? Who's to say? He went 3 2/3, gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 home runs, 1 walk, and 7 strikeouts. Was he good or was he bad? Like that's the real question mark here. He struck out a lot of guys, and he looked like he had decent control until he didn't. The only pitches I thought he didn't really have control over were the home run balls, which sucks because those were 3 runs, and that was the difference. But still, I'm inclined to say he had a bad night because he kind of did. But, I mean, the offense did us no favors, and I'll get to that in a second. Brooks Raley came in the fourth. For one quick out, 1 strikeout. And that was all of his night. Urquidy came in to play relief for 2 innings. He had 1 hit, 1 run, 2 walks, 2 strikeouts. Urquidy looked pretty okay. Then we brought in Blake Taylor. He went 1 1/3. He looked pretty good. And then to finish off the season, we brought in Anoli Paredes to finish off in the 8th. He got 2 outs. Both of them were on a ground out double play. And he allowed a walk. The offense was bad. There is no other way to say it. We did not look like we carried over any momentum from the past 3 games, and we kind of went out quietly until the 8th inning. And then we started to, in the 7th, we got a couple guys on. I believe it was 2 on, 1 out. In the 8th, we scored a couple of runs, and in the 9th, we brought the tying run to the plate. Which, this is a really crazy statistic. The tying run was either at the plate or on deck for all 7 games of this series, which is crazy to me that it was that close. Any one of these games could have flipped either way. Really, if you think about it. Game 1, we lost by a run, I believe. Did we lose by a run in Game 1? Let me check the notes real quick, if I can. We lost 2 runs. We lost by 3 runs. Okay, that was a bit of a rough one, but we did bring the tying run to the plate. Then we won. This was an incredibly close series, and it's really insane to me, how tight it was. And it ended up going to 7. So I do want to say I was correct, even though I didn't think I would be. When in the preview I said we're probably going to Game 7 no matter who wins, I was right, and I didn't think I was going to be. And again, I'm cripplingly sad. I am heartbroken and devastated, and this one's gonna suck for a while. But I'm not angry at the Rays. I'm angry at the offense because 2 runs in a Game 7, really? Back-to-back Game 7 losses? That's... But I'm not mad at the Rays. They're just a really well-run and well-built organization. And the baseball part of me is somewhat happy to see a team like the Rays move on because they are probably the best run and managed organization in baseball. But the bigger part of me, which is the bigger Astros part, is super mad and hates the Rays. Probably just a temporary thing. But gosh, this was tough. This is a really tough loss. And it's going to be tough for a while. Now, I will say a few positives. We will have lost back-to-back Game 7s going into next year. So if you don't think we're going to be hungry, we're going to be mad, angry, and hungrier than ever going into next season, and I think that could be a positive. We also found out that we have a lot of good young pitchers in our bullpen and rotation, so that's also a positive. Because we'll get a few good bullpen pitchers back tomorrow, or next week. Next year. Clearly, this game has messed up my mind. Going into next year, we will have Osuna back, presumably, and Joe Smith back. So pairing them with this bullpen that seems pretty good, I'd be very good with a starting pitcher going, say, 5 innings next year, then Paredes for an inning, maybe, or Blake Taylor for an inning, then Joe Smith for an inning or so, Ryan Presley for an inning or so, and then Osuna. That sounds like a very good combination. Like, think about it in the sense of next year, you go McCullers for 5 innings. Then you pop in either Taylor or Taylor or Paredes. Then you pop in Joe Smith. Then you pop in Ryan Presley. Then you pop in Osuna, and then bing, bang, boom, you got the dub. That sounds very exciting to me going into next year. Like, I'm actually kind of looking forward to the bullpen of most of anything next year. Now, there's a couple things for house cleaning that I want to get out of the way. One, thank you all so much for being here for the first full season of recapping the Astros games that I've ever done. This is the first thing I've ever done relating to a sports season. I, as a joke, played Pick'em one year, but that had nothing to do with anything, and that was in football, and that was only 16 weeks. This was a much longer and time-consuming process to watch intently every single game, and then to talk about every single game. So I want to thank everyone who actually watched most of these. This was very fun to do. I really enjoyed it. I also want to thank everyone for yesterday's blow up and just insanity that was yesterday's video that at the time of recording hit 168 views. And I really gotta say, I was very confused when I went to bed and then woke up and checked it and it said 100 views. And I was like, is this mine? I was really pleasantly surprised. I also believe I gained like 10 subscribers overnight, which is crazy to me. That many people saw one video and were like, yeah, that'll do it. Like that means so much to me. That video gained so much traction. Like that really was touching. I also wanted to say, believe it or not, I do have somewhat of an off-season plan. I have 4 videos that that are in the works, either on a computer or up here in my old Minderino. And they include the Astro Awards, which I will do pretty soon. I will also do a Noli Paredes video. I'm doing a off-season plan video, like what I feel the Astros should do. And I know there was one more, but I can't think of it. And that is going to bug me. So yeah, this was an interesting year. Oh, I did remember. The other video that I will do is a season recap where I look back on the season as a whole. So I know I have those 4 in the works, and those should be coming out relatively soon. I'm hoping during the off-season to do 2 videos a week. I will say this also during the off-season. I plan to cover all major signings and all major MLB news, so big trades, big signings, just to occupy my time, because I'm going to lose my mind, because from July 24th to now, I've been doing this like every single day. And I feel if I don't continue to try to occupy myself, I'm going to slowly go insane while we wait for the country to open back up. So I'm going to keep trying to do that. Like I said, those 4 videos are in the works, and I plan to do this, I believe I already said it, but once to twice a week I will do videos talking about things around baseball. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching this video and this whole season that I've done. It means so much to me. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Astros.